Hello guys, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. Okay, I hope you had a very nice weekend. And yeah, let's start with the DXY, the US dollar currency index. So last week I was telling that we had here a clear supply and demand zone in the form of a nice support here, support, resistance, support, nice wick, subtle wick, support, resistance, resistance, and now it's holding a support with a nice bullish monthly candle close. So we are now at the monthly chart and we had a nice monthly bullish candle close. So if I take my horizontal line, it's exactly the same as this one, and we went impulsively to the upside, and this one was also impulsively. So the next candle is still bearish, this monthly candle, but it didn't close yet, so we can perfectly go back up to the upside for hitting the monthly take profit or the weekly take profit. So we are also making this monthly bullish M still for more upside momentum, as you can see. So that's nice. If I go now to the weekly, you can see we have this ascending trend line still holding the price up. Touch one, touch two, third touch. So we can now have maybe a fourth touch of this trend line again for more upside momentum to the weekly take profit. So this is then our bullish M, like this, the bullish M that can play out. And we have also the natural M. So we have a pattern within a pattern and also a smaller one. So this can be the double top, so double highs. So we can receive the double lows, which already did it here for more upside momentum. So yeah, and then the smaller one is the shoulder one here, the head, the shoulder two for more upside momentum, as you can see. So that's nice. So if I go now to the daily chart, you can see that last week I was telling about this shoulder one, this head, and shoulder two for more upside momentum. So we can now act on it. So we can see that this is a clear buying region, as you can see. So now we broke below and then we made a false break of this support zone to take the retail traders out, the blue bullish candle. Now what I can see is we can have this deceleration candle to this zone here again for the deceleration here, and then we can have this kind of smaller bullish M for more upside momentum. So that's what I can see. So if I go now to the 4-hour, you can see that we are still making lower lows, lower highs here. As you can see, this was our last low, lower high, lower low. So everything between this low and high and low is just a correction for more upside momentum. So what I can see right now is because of this daily bullish candle close, we can have this smaller bullish M here for more upside momentum. So if I take my Fibonacci from the low here till the high, you can see it's already reacting on 61.80. But what I can see is here that we can reject again till this zone where the daily deceleration is. So and then this ascending trend line holding a price up, and then to the minus 27, which is aligning with this support zone, which can act like resistance here. So that's what I can see on the DXY right now, that we can have the deceleration till this daily box, and then the bullish orders that can come in. But I expect that this can be then the break of this high, and then we can make the shoulder one here, the head, the shoulder two. So that's what I can see on the DXY right now. So if I go to my pairs that I had in mind, the first one is GBP USD. If it wants to load, yes. If I go to the monthly, you can see that we had a very nice supply and demand zone. So this is acting like support from 2009, very big buying zone. Buyers are coming in, just a false break. Buyers, sellers, big impulse to the downside. Here we touched it again like resistance, and we can now have again this same kind of momentum till this support zones. As you can see, very strong holding there. So that's what I can see. And as you can see, we are also making smaller lower lows and lower highs, as you can see. If I go to the line chart, you can see that this was our last high, this is our last low. So this can be a correction for more downside momentum, as you can see. So if I go back to the candle chart, this is our monthly selling zone here, monthly selling zone, which we already tapped, but this doesn't mean that we can't go to the upside. So what I can see here is that we also having this shoulder one here, this false break of this zone, bulls are coming in because the retail traders got out of the market, and then we made the shoulder one, hit shoulder two for possibly more upside momentum, as you can see, to touch this zone again. So that's what I can see, because if you look, this can be also our low, this can be also our high. So we have this impulsive move and then the correction, as you can see, the smaller lower lows and lower highs for more upside momentum to touch this region again. This is for sure possible. As you can see, this is also an kind of supply and demand zone region here. As you can see, support, resistance, 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 support, and now it's acting like support. So that's why I'm seeing this. So this can be an inverted and shoulders. If I go to the weekly, you can see it more clear that we have this shoulder one, this head, shoulder two with a nice resistance in the head, which is a nice supply and demand zone at this zone, and the nice buying wick here, as you can see, subtle one, and we went impulsively to the upside, and now we went impulsively to the upside. So that's nice at that zone. So if I drew it more like this, like that, okay. So we had a weekly bullish candle close, which is a nice indication. If I go to the daily, you can see we have this kind of same pattern. Shoulder one here, institutional candle at the shoulder one, the head, shoulder two, and the nice supply and demand zone. If I take it further like this, this is acting like support, resistance, support, support here, support, and now it can act like support again for more upside momentum. So this is a nice daily clear supply and demand zone, which we had also on the weekly. So if I take my Fibonacci from the low to the high, you can see that the 61.80 is aligning with this zone. So if I go to the 4-hour now, you can see that like this, you can see we are bearish because we broke this last higher low, this was a higher high, and we broke it. So we can make the reversal pattern in the form of a shoulder one, the head, shoulder two, with the corrective nature for more downside momentum till the 4-hour TP that is aligning with this zone with the structural trend line here holding the price up. If I draw it a little better like this, and yeah, on a daily, this is the indicational daily bearish candle close, which is indicating that the bears are sitting there. So yeah, that's what I can see on GBPUSD. So my next pair is USDCHF. If I go to the monthly like that, so as you can see on the monthly, we came from we touched this clear buying zone, as you can see. So if I look back, buyers are coming in, buyers are coming in, buyers are coming in. So every time we touched this zone, we went till this zone, we went till this zone, and we went till this zone. So what I expect is we touch this, and we can definitely go and touch this black horizontal line again where the sellers are sitting at. So that's what I can see. And after we touch this, we made the shoulder one, head, shoulder two. And if I go to the line chart now, we are making this bullish M. So you can see this kind of bullish M for more upside momentum. So that's nice also. What we need to take in mind is that this is a ascending channel. So we had this impulsive move and then the ascending channel correctively moving. So we need to keep that in mind, that we can go back to the downside after a corrective nature. So what I can see now on the weekly, but yeah, if I go back to the monthly, sorry, this was also a very big bullish monthly candle. So this is an indication that the bulls are still present. We have also this ascending trend line here holding the price up. If I go to the weekly and I adjust it a little bit more like this, so this is holding the price up, and on the weekly we can make this bigger bullish M right here. Everything between this low and high is just a correction, as you can see, a very corrective price action for more upside momentum. So we broke out of this deceleration channel and we had this impulsive move and then a correction, which we had in the form of a shoulder one, double bottom, the head, shoulder two here, subtle weekend, we went impulsively to the upside with the nice resistance in the head, clear supply in the demand zone. If you look back, you can see that this acted like resistance, resistance here, support, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support. So a very nice supply and demand zone, very nice holding. That's why we went to the upside. So my target is the weekly take profit, so the Fibonacci from the low here till the high. We reversed already on it, and we can go to the weekly take profit. So what I expect is that we can have one more touch of this zone, which we already did here also, a few touches, 1, 2, 3 touches of this zone. And now we had one, so I expect that the price can come one more time back with this bearish candle close, indicational candle that the bears are sitting there. So that's what I can see. So if I go to the daily, you can see on the daily chart that we are having this shoulder one, this triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, and this resistance, and then the shoulder two for more upside momentum. So we had also this bullish M here for more upside momentum. And what I can see right now is after the shoulder one touch, we went impulsively to the upside. So after an impulse, I normally we can have the corrective nature like this. And then from this daily zone, I expect a bullish impulse, because if I take my horizontal black line, so this was my shoulder one here, we went impulsively till this zone here like this. This is also clear supply and demand zone, holding as support here, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, and now it's acting like resistance again here. So when we touched this shoulder one, we went to the upside and then we went to the downside till this point where we went back again till this zone. So what I expect is that the bears are coming in from there, and we touch this daily zone again, which is also a nice supply and demand zone, and then we can go back to the upside till this zone or even more to the upside. So that's what I can see on the daily, and that's why I have my daily zone there. If I go to the 4-hour, you can see that we have a pattern within a pattern, this kind of shoulder one, this double bottom, the head, and the possible shoulder two here, and then the bullish M for more upside momentum, which is nice. So we have also this resistance here and this support, which is a nice supply and demand zone, and also here resistance, resistance, support. So this is a nice supply and demand zone also on the 4-hour. So we have also this ascending trend line holding the price up, which is aligning with this daily zone of interest here, like this. Stop loss below the low here. Fibonacci from the low till the high, like this. And this will be aligning with the 78.60 here. But I think I will take the trade like this, a little bit above this. And yeah, stop loss 16 pips till the 4-hour TP for around 4.16%. So that's what I can see on USDCHF, that we can have some corrective nature after an impulse and then an impulsive move after. So that's nice. So the next pair is NZDJPY. If I go to the monthly, you can see that we are between two zones, very interesting zones. So if I took my horizontal black line and we came from this zone, because this started this bearish impulse, you can see that we have here this clear resistance here, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. So this is a clear supply and demand zone. And when we touched this as resistance, we went impulsively to the downside, downside, downside. So that's a nice indication that the history is repeating itself. After we hit this zone, we went till this support zone. So as you can see, support, 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 resistance, support, and we went back to the upside. So we touched this, we went to the downside, we touched this, we went to the downside, and we went impulsively back up for the double top. So we can also have this again also. So it's also clear supply and demand zone. So I know the buying orders are sitting here, as you can see. So we will have some difficulties to break this supply and demand zone for sure. So if I delete this black line like this, you can see if I go to the weekly, no, sorry, if I stay on the monthly, you can see it's also a bullish M that we have. We can have also this false break. So we have this double top, so we can receive this double low, so the natural M here for more upside momentum. That's what I can also see. So if I go to the weekly, you can see that we had this shoulder 1, had shoulder 2, as you can see on the line chart, shoulder 1 had shoulder 2, and we went impulsively to the downside. So after an impulse, we can see that we can have a corrective nature. Always after an impulse, we see a corrective nature. So what I can see is that the price can do, if you go to the downside, is that it can make this shoulder 1, head shoulder 2, to tap this blue zone, and then to the downside. Then had we a nice corrective nature, and then we can go to the downside for sure. But we are closer to the bulls right now, sorry, on the weekly chart, as you can see, because bullish orders coming in, bullish orders coming in, bullish orders coming in, false break to take the retail traders out. Here again, false break of this low to take the retail traders out for more upside momentum. So that's what I can see, that we had this false break of this low here to make the shoulder 1, the head shoulder 2, and then the bullish orders can come in from there. So that's what I can see. So if I go now to the daily chart right now, you can see that we are making a pattern within a pattern. So the shoulder 1, the head with a nice resistance in the head, which is increasing our trade. Then the bullish M for more upside momentum till the daily take profit, which is aligning with the weekly head and shoulders there. So that's nice. So if I go to the 4-hour right now, you can see that we are also having this bullish M here for more upside momentum. As you can see, this ascending trend line holding the price up, already this deceleration box that we received. So now the market opened very bullish right now to have this kind of deceleration of this impulse. So we can have again this impulse here. So I will take my trade on the deceleration box, my stop loss below this last higher low till the daily take profit. So my last pair is CHFJPY. If I go to the monthly right now, you can see that we are bullish on the monthly. As you can see, we are making this bullish M here, as you can see, for more upside momentum till the monthly take profit, and also possible monthly natural M, because this is a false break of that zone, so we can make the same lows. But yeah, we need to see. But we had also this nice supply and demand zone, acting like resistance here, support, support, resistance, resistance again, support. So that's nice to see. And when we acted like support here, we had this big impulse till this zone. So we acted like support here, we can have this impulse till this zone again. So that's nice to see that this can play out. So if I go to the weekly, you can see we have this kind of ascending trend line holding the price up. This kind of first touch, second touch, third touch for more upside momentum. Then the pattern within a pattern, this bullish M from the monthly that you can see, and then the smaller bullish M, as you can see. So if I go to the line chart, you can see the smaller bullish M for more upside momentum. So like that, we are also having this kind of support resistance, and now it's acting like support, so it's a clear supply and demand zone holding our price up from the weekly. If I go to the daily, you can see it more clear that this was our clear support here, support, resistance, 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 and now it's acting like support. So very nice clear supply and demand zone. Then the ascending trend line here, you can see is holding the price up. This corrective nature here, this ascending trend line that got broken. And then you can see that we can have this shoulder one, this head, shoulder two, but we already had this double bottom, so this is one head. So I will look more up, and this is my clear shoulder one here. As you can see, buying orders are coming in, the resistance in the head and the shoulder two, but we already received here. So if I delete this, we already received here this touch of this zone, and as you can see in the history, we needed one touch of this zone and we went impulsively to the upside. One touch, we went to the upside. One touch, we went to the upside. So this is already playing out, so that's why we can have potential this upside momentum right now already, which is aligning with this zone here also, as you can see. This kind of shoulder one here, this resistance in the head, and then the shoulder two here. But we need to keep in mind that this is a bearish daily candle, that the bears are sitting there, so we need to look a little bit closer to the 4 hour. So as you can see, the 4 hour chart is bullish. We are making this bullish M here for more upside momentum. We already received this 4 hour bullish candle, not the close, but we already received here a deceleration, kind of deceleration, and the ascending structural trend line is holding the price up. So this can be a trade at this deceleration box, and the stop loss below this kind of zone, stop loss 15 pips to the 4 hour TP, and then the daily TP for around 6.84%. So that's nice to see. So yeah, this was my Sunday market breakdown, guys, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, see you next week. Bye, guys.